Hey guys, I just wanted to do another quick update on my sensory garden. And it is August 1st. We just got back from a 2-week trip visiting family. And so this is the garden after just not really much attention, but August 1st. So it's been really hot. We've had a good bit of rain in the last few days, but I think there was a dry spell while we were gone. But here it is. Okay, so we got our pretty flowers here and our savory. It's flowering. It's a nice herb. It kind of reminds me of thyme in a way. I mean, its growth habit and its leaves are similar, and it's got those really cute little flowers, and the smell is even slightly similar to thyme. And I've used it in recipes to replace thyme. So if thyme doesn't grow great where you are, maybe it's too hot for it, savory might be a great option. We got our Scarlet runner beans trying to take over our trellis. They're not really doing as well this year as they did last year, but they are still going, so we'll see if we get any beans from them this year. I've got my Lantana over here, blooming prettily, kind of swallowed up by the basil. I thought I could plant them next to each other, but they are competing. But it's okay. It's kind of a pretty competition there. And even my monkey grass along the edge of my garden is blooming. And you can see over here the sage is doing great, going crazy again. And then we've got, oh, I forgot what those are. But anyway, beautiful flowers someone gave me. I just blanked out on what those are called, but they're very pretty, and someone can comment and mention what they are. And let's see what the temperature is. The temperature is about 95 degrees today. A little more. There's a lot of basil there. I trimmed it up right before I left. I actually trimmed off as much as I could of the pieces that were kind of like this. Like with basil, what you want to do to keep it producing well and like getting nice and bushy and producing good leaves for you is you want to take it before it really gets to be flowering, and you want to trim it right here, like right here, above where two leaves separate. So see that little joint there? Trim it right above there, and then each of these leaves will branch out. So you can kind of see, like, that's beautiful. And I would just cut it right here, and then we've got this leaf is gonna take off, you know. And you could cut this, you could cut all three of these and leave this leaf and this leaf to take over. And yeah, so it did great. It just came right back. Everything's nice and bushy, and instead of it all being ready to go to seed, it's got some flowering parts. It's got a little bit of seed down here, but it's got a lot of great edible basil as well that we can enjoy in lots of ways. I love using basil to make caprese salad, which is just fresh mozzarella cheese, a nice fresh slice of tomato, and a couple basil leaves, and then you put a little bit of balsamic vinegar on top and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some salt and pepper. It's delicious. I highly recommend it, especially if you're pregnant. That's when I learned to love it. I didn't think I liked tomatoes before that. But Naomi's added a little stone kitty to our garden. And let's see, we got the feverfew. Where's this yarrow? Oh, I always get those two mixed up. But it's kind of a little sad in the heat, but it's still there, kind of going. Our hibiscus is all going to seed. I'm going to be collecting seeds, so if anyone wants hibiscus seed, most of it's white hibiscus, and then there's a little bit of pink hibiscus, but I probably will just mix the seed together. So if anybody wants that, got chocolate mint growing here as a ground cover, and the lamb's ear ground cover is doing great in the middle as well. And we've got it under the teepee up there. You can see we've got the lamb's ear kind of taking over to make a nice little soft carpet for the kids to sit on. And ooh, I shouldn't have dumped out my rain gauge. There was what was it? I think 8 inch, no, it was 4 inches of rain that were in there earlier. It was pretty amazing. Over here we've got our Rose of Sharon. I love Rose of Sharon because it looks so much like hibiscus and the flowers are so big and beautiful, but it actually blooms longer than hibiscus. So it stays blooming basically all summer into the fall. And even though the hibiscus is all finished, I've still got the Rose of Sharon back here. So I'm going to be trimming out my hibiscus, taking the seeds, and then just letting the Rose of Sharon take over a little bit. And I'm also going to add maybe some sunflowers. I have a little sunflower plant to plant. So I would do that, just miniature sunflowers, not the big tall ones. And let's see, over here, super exciting, we have Monarch Butterfly caterpillars. So I can't wait for them to do their little chrysalis thing and then become beautiful monarch butterflies. And they are enjoying my parsley. They love parsley. So if you ever see big old caterpillars on your parsley that look like this, they are monarch butterflies waiting to happen. So they do like to devour the parsley. Oh, look, you can watch this one eat. This is so cool. He's just nibbling away on the leaf. Look at that. They gobble it up. And I don't really mind having them gobble up this parsley. It was going to seed anyway, so it gets a little bit leathery and less good for cooking. So they can enjoy it, and then we can enjoy beautiful butterflies on our flowers later. But look at, can you guys, I hope you guys can see this well. He is just nibbling it down. Oh my goodness! Look at that caterpillar eating! He just devoured that whole half of that leaf. That's crazy. So cool. Anyway, I thinned out my strawberries and added some mulch over here, and there's a morning glory trying to take over, and still got green onions that we're still enjoying. We use those a lot in our cooking. Let's see. And then over here we've got a begonia that a lady at the library gave me, and it is doing great. She gave me it as like just a rooting cutting in a jar, and it's just doing great. It's supposed to bloom really pretty, so someday it'll bloom, I'm sure, but not at the moment. Yeah, I guess that's it for today. That is the sensory garden.